Hey traders, this is Cousin Vinny coming to you on Tuesday the 6th of March with a look at the charts that I posted today and just a quick video review of same. We look at the ES. This is the way the ES closed today, and you can see very easily that we have the possibility of a channel building here. Okay. 1, 2, 3 method, okay, with these lows here, this high, and this pivot today, if that turns out to be a pivot. I'm also looking at these lows, this base here that was built in February, okay, and also the break of this trend line. Okay, note the Bollinger Bands here, pretty much in a squeeze. This is the 20 period right here. The green line rather, and the smooth moving average, and I'm looking at 13.37.38, which is what I was looking at today for a test, which we got pretty close to today. I think we got down to 13.38.25. These fibs over here on the far right are from the December lows up to the recent pivot highs at 1377. This is actually 1377.25, I believe, which is what we hit on Thursday last week. So, and the inside range obviously is from this pivot low up to the recent highs. Okay. So that's where I'm getting this confluence here, the 50% level and the 236. Alright. So it's possible that we could come down and touch the 618 level. Notice the 50 period SMA is cruising up, so that's in the cards too. So if that happens tomorrow, I will probably readjust these channel lines. Okay. This is the SPY 60 minute. I posted this towards the end of the day. I was noting that we had the 200 period here, the white line. We were losing that trend line, and notice that the Bollinger Bands are off the charts. Okay, literally, which is showing the possibility of an extreme move continuing to the downside. I note that we have a shelf here, the volume at price, and a shelf here that we could test possibly. I'm looking at the 132.75, this area right in here, for a possibility of a snap down to here before we bounce. Okay, I know that's extreme for a lot of people, but if you look at the RSI, we're really oversold. You look at some of the other trend indicators, you look at the ADX, which is this sharp move higher in the white line, is saying that the strength of this down move, obviously we can see it here too, could continue until this peaks, which it hasn't yet, towards the end of the day. Alright, on balance volume is also moving off to the downside, which is a confirmation that I like to see for a short or a long trade. Okay, the NASDAQ composite monthly chart, I posted this about 10 days ago as well as today, and what I'm looking at is this area here testing this upper trend line, which if we zoom out you can see this goes back to 1991. Okay, so we can see that CCI is overbought. We can see that MACD is moving sideways, and stochastics is overbought as well. So I'll be watching this for a further move down. Note the vacuum, the shelf here. What happens inside of this wedge is very important and something I'll be paying particular attention to. The Russell, same thing in mind as the ES and the spiders. Okay, I spoke about this 2 weeks ago. We saw the RSI had peaked, but more importantly we were watching the ADX. Okay, how the DI plus and the DI minus were very spread apart. This trend line was cruising up and then it flatlined, okay, and then the indicators started cruising towards each other. We got a confirmed sell last Friday, I believe, but we got an indication that we could be peaking here because the strength of this move by virtue of this white line was telling us that the strength was dissipating very quickly. Alright. Note also the MACD crossed and we got that move down in the stochastics. We were up here in the stochastics moving sideways, embedded, and we were talking about the fact that MACD was continuing to move higher, so we could expect that during this time period that the Russell would continue to move higher, which it did. But now we're watching this trend line, okay, that also broke today, and I'm fully anticipating this moving down to this lower trend line, the 200 period moving average, and what could be conceivably a channel building here as well. Note the 3.8, or excuse me, the looks like the 382. Yep, the 382 on the fibs there as well, just a little bit higher. So the 2.8 would be pretty close to this level. All right. Also note the area over here at 772, which could be a support level. That was, it should be support now as well. Okay. We hit it as resistance and broke through it. All right. So that's what I'm looking at for tomorrow. Just keep these things in mind. Watch your momentum indicators, and I'm anticipating a further move down tomorrow, possibly a short bounce, but the momentum is clearly to the downside. So take the path of the least resistance and trade what you see, not what you think. Okay, watch the closing numbers each day and plot accordingly. Okay, take care, and we'll see you in the room tomorrow. Little child